Well, hey, if you're looking for something to do this summer, how about a road trip to Memphis? Always a good time there. The National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis has just reopened a major part of its campus. It's called the Legacy Experience. It's offering some new exhibits focused on the decades after Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination, also featuring the ongoing fight for civil rights today. Let's talk more all about it, what you can expect, with Dr. Russ Wigginton, the president of the National Civil Rights Museum. It's great having you on the show, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
So tell us about this new addition to the museum and what you hope folks take away.
Absolutely. This is our 35-year anniversary, and we thought it would be a wonderful time to really lift up the civil and human rights story of the last 60 years. And we do that throughout the Legacy Experience. It includes the Poor People's Campaign, which happened right after Dr. King was assassinated. And it was a courageous effort led by Coretta Scott King to make sure the issue of economic justice was really captured throughout the country. The Legacy Experience is grounded in Dr. King's last book, Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community? And he lifted up several issues that we think are still relevant and we are grappling with as a society today. Education, poverty, housing, nonviolence, and gender. We also make sure that the stories of everyday people who do extraordinary things are told. And our Change Makers exhibit and in our social movements, our social movements of this country since the civil rights movement. So there's so much to see, so much to embrace and be inspired by.
You know, I know this new experience, you're wanting to help connect the past to the present and using MLK's own words there. I mean, where do we go from here? Why did you feel it was important to bring in some current events here?
As we get further from 1968, it's really critical that people understand the traditional civil rights movement was led by young people. And it's important that young people see themselves and are empowered by things that they can connect with, things that they can be empowered by in their lifetime. And so to learn from the past, but also situate current issues in the civil and human rights story, we believe is a powerful and important way to engage young people to carry on and be their best selves for the future.
You know, a lot of people watching here in Atlanta feel, you know, this deep connection to Dr. King and the civil rights movement. You've got a great museum there 6 hours away from us. So I'm curious to know how you see Atlanta still playing a role in this movement today.
Absolutely, and when we think about the story of civil and human rights, it is a national story. It's actually an international story, and so the relationships between our museums and our cultural centers is a really vibrant and important one. And we envision people having these experiences, and that they are not in competition, but they are complementing each other. So we admire and value deeply the work that's being done in Atlanta in this space as well.
What all can folks learn at the museum about the actual assassination? I understand there might be some new discoveries.
Yes, so the National Civil Rights Museum has been responsible for the evidence, the state's evidence since the assassination of Dr. King. And so what we have done in the Legacy Experience is really frame the story and enhance the context for why Dr. King was killed, exploring different dimensions through archives and artifacts, emphasizing that more so than who killed Dr. King. When people understand the broader context, it it will allow them to draw their own conclusions about what actually happened, but as I said, why it happened is really important.
You know, there's a lot of talk about political violence these days here in 2026. We've seen assassinations, we've seen assassination attempts. Dr. King often talked about unfinished work. But what do you think he would say about the work that still needs to be done right now?
I think he would want us to focus on what I would describe as the fundamentals. He always led with love. Nonviolence was an essential component, and to see the humanity and dignity in all people is still really important. Whether people agree or disagree on all manner of things, that certainly is part of the equation. But to me, those other principles that he was so bound by, we need to remind ourselves and do all we can to practice those. And I think if we do that, we will get to a better day.
Dr. Wigginton, we'll leave it there. But real quick, if folks want to visit the museum, what should they know about tickets and entry?
civilrightsmuseum.org is where they can find all that information, both about the legacy experience, but also about the sacred ground that is the Lorraine Motel.
Dr. Russ Wigginton, president of the National Civil Rights Museum. Great having you on the show today. Congrats on the new exhibits.
Thank you so much.